Hi guys, today we're going to talk about how emotions are multidimensional, and they're referred to multidimensional because every emotion has several different components, such as physiological, cognitive, behavioral, social, and cultural. In this speech, we'll briefly describe each one of those, along with some everyday examples to give you a little bit further in-depth definition. Physiological emotions have to do with the way that our bodies react to specific events that happen to us. So, when we experience intense emotions, our bodies tend to react in predictable ways, such as fear causes our heart rate to beat faster and our breathing to increase and our pupils to dilate. And these responses put our bodies on high alert, which allows us to deal with whatever might be happening to us in a specific situation. So each emotion that we feel, fear, joy, sadness, and jealousy, are distinct from one another because they cause our bodies to react in very different ways, but predictable ways. They always happen in the same way, and being increased heart rate is something that always happens with fear. Next is cognitive emotions, which is when our mind puts specific labels on the emotions and reactions along with each one of them, which allows us to truly identify which specific emotion that we are feeling. An example of this would be leaving your house, but you have just a funny feeling that you can't quite put your finger on. It could be that you maybe forgot something, or that you're nervous about going to a job interview, or you feel bad about a fight that you got into someone earlier in the day. All of those are examples that cause our bodies to react in different ways, which then allows our minds to label this specific emotion for it. In addition to being physiological and cognitive, our emotions also include a behavioral component, which more specifically, behavioral emotions are associated with action tendencies, which are actions that specific emotions prompt us to take. For instance, an action tendency for fear is self-protection, or a joyful tendency would be wanting to spend more time with those that you care about. And the last dimension of emotions are social and cultural emotions, which are emotions shaped around how society has viewed certain situations. For example, most Americans wouldn't think about eating their dog or cat for dinner, but in Hindu societies, that's actually pretty typical. Along with the same lines that Hindus think that eating hamburger is disgusting, whereas in American meal, hamburgers are typically a staple. And then social differences in emotions can translate into different behaviors. Culture can influence our emotions to specific life events. Say that I hadn't been accepted to a specific university that I wanted, I might be kind of disappointed, but I would try again next year and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. However, in Chinese cultures, if the same situation would happen, it would be much more disappointment from your entire family and shame and dishonor on yourself and your family members. So I hope that this has showed you more of an understanding of our emotions along with our reactions to each emotion and the things that are associated with them. Thank you.